So there's been some drama on Twitter about the current Instagram post with Shoe on Head and Lauren Southern. You know, I first saw that and I was incredibly disappointed. Well, disappointed is not really the term because I kind of expected it. But I'm not even gonna get into that. But I'm more concerned with what happened with Claudia Brown, the ranting feminist, who I've been talking to for some time now. You know, I've formed a friendship with her, and she's really cool. And we've been talking about different things, but we've been talking about, you know, the whole situation with June. And just to clarify, just in case somebody makes this mistake, I have not spoken to June, and I am not in any contact with her. I'd rather avoid getting involved in that. But I have spoke to Claudia, and look, this discussion that we're having, you know, Kevin Logan, you know, calling her out with her friendship with Shu. I'm making this video not because I want to start a fight, but because I want to end one. I don't like the idea of, you know, two people who I like, you know, for good reason, to, you know, fight. I'm not into that sort of thing. I think it's counterproductive. And especially if you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. And, you know, there's nothing personal towards Kevin. You know, I think he's a good guy for the most part. And, you know, I think does a good job for the most part, but I would like for him to understand that maybe getting in a fight with Claudia is not really worth it. Especially if you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. And I think it's unfair to call out Claudia because of... Just because I understand people disliking June because of relationship with Lauren Southern. I get that. Lauren Southern, you know, is a fucking monster. I'm gonna be honest. She's a fucking monster. She's a horrible person. And this goes... my problem with June in this situation is... I'm not even gonna delve into the why she's still friends with this person. But I will say this. You know, having a political disagreement... You know, that's not something that is worth ending a friendship over. I have friendships with different political opinions. But, there's a limit towards that. And that is, racism, white supremacy, that's a deal breaker. That's a deal breaker for me. And especially if you're involved in criminal activity. That should be the deal breaker. And I really don't want to get judgmental here about Shu on this one. Because I've talked to Claudia about it, and I really don't want to go that far into my thoughts without even talking to her. But I think it's okay to cut off a friendship with someone if they are involved in criminal activity. And they're doing it for an ideological purpose. I don't know what that's called. I think it's called, oh yeah, fucking terrorism. So that's my thought on it. And I've spoken to Claudia. You know, she's, just to clarify, she didn't say anything mean about June in our conversation. I think she has been, you know, she doesn't say anything bad. She doesn't say anything bad about June from a personal standpoint. The only thing she's told me is that she disagrees with her friendship with Lauren. But that's a whole different subject. My point is that I could understand being banned with June, but your criticism when it comes to guilt of association, I could understand when that could be used, and it can be used, you know, relevantly. You could judge June with her friendship with Lauren Southern. I think it's not correct in the sense that, from what I've seen, June is not a white supremacist. She may have fans that are lean that way, but she herself isn't. And you could say negative things about June when it comes to her association with Lauren, but she herself is not a racist. I do have a problem, however, when you're doing it with Claudia, because Claudia Brown is not friends with Lauren Southern. She has problems with Lauren herself, but she is not friends with Lauren, so she's not the bad guy. So she's friends with the friend. So I don't think saying that Lauren, sorry, not Lauren, but Claudia is a bad person because she is friends of the friend, I think is completely unfair. It's completely unfair to say that about Claudia Brown. It's completely unfair to say that she is a bad person because she is friends with the friend of that bad person. And again, I'd like to reiterate, it's not like Claudia is friends with Lauren Southern. It'd be one thing, her relationship with June would be a bad thing if she is also friends with Lauren Southern and she is participating in these events with Lauren Southern. And in the case of June, so far as I can tell for sure, she is not involved in these terrorist actions from Lauren Southern. And if Lauren Southern is watching this and doesn't like the fact that I call her a terrorist, you know what I say to her? Go fuck yourself. So I don't care that you're saying that that you're offended by what I say, but this is more of a defense of Claudia Brown, and this is more not a criticism of Kevin Logan, or really a criticism of June, to be honest. And this isn't even about Lauren Southern. I'm just saying that I think the anger or the attacks that are done towards the ranting feminist is unfair. It's one thing to point out that June can be a bad person or is a bad person, but to completely to attack Claudia for her friendship or relationship, whatever you want to call it, I think it's unfair, considering the fact that unlike someone like, you know, useless ass Lacey Green, you know, Claudia Brown doesn't change her positions, nor is she just whitewashing June or these other anti-Jews' behavior. She's not whitewashing their activity. She's not saying that, oh, it's not so bad. Oh, you know, no, they're good guys. Oh no, they talked to me and they said how sorry they are. because reasons or whatever the fuck that idiot Lacey Green has done. So please spare me. Claudia Brown is not Lacey Green, if that's what you're implying. Because she's not. She's a completely different person, and she's not in contact with these people because, she wants to hang out with them and wants to make money off of it. She's doing it with the intent of trying to convince these people of this position. And she's not doing this out of financial gain. She's not doing this out of some naive notion of, if we just talk to these people, things will be solved. That's not at all how it's going. And she has different intentions, and she wants to help June to be better. And I personally disagree with the idea that I think June could be better or whatever. It's not really my place to say. But that is the intention, correct or not. She's not doing this for personal gain. And I'm getting really fucking sick and tired of this conflict going on because you're misreading her intentions, or that you think she's just doing it because she's trying to cover her ass or something like that. I'm just saying that maybe there's more to this than what we're seeing out in the open. And in case one of Lauren's fanboys or whatever comes in and tries to mass flag this video or whatever, I'm totally open with the idea of people, re-uploading this or whatever. I don't care. Point is just that I really don't want this conflict to end badly for everyone.